let's have a look at piecewise functions. So in our example, we're told at the Oceans Fish Shop, the cost of a whole snapper depends on how heavy it is. So a snapper that is less than 1 kilo costs $15. That if it's between 1 kilo and 2 kilos, it costs $20. But then it increases in $5 steps after that. So let's have a think. So a snapper, the smallest it can weigh is 0 kg. So we've got our weight on our x-axis here, and we've got our cost on our y-axis. So for a snapper that is between 0 and 1, it doesn't matter what the number is, if it's between 0 and 1, it's going to cost me $20. So I'm going to draw a line going across here at 20. It's going to cost me $20. Now it's going to include 0, a weight of 0, so I'm going to draw that as a round solid dot. But it says a snapper that is less than, so that means at the end I'm going to draw there's an open circle. The open circle meaning it doesn't include 1, but it's everything up to 1. Okay, then we're told if it's 1 kilo or more, but less than 2, it's going to cost $20. So again, it's going to cost me $20. I'm going to draw a solid line going across there. If it includes, it's including the 1 kilo, so I'm going to draw that solid. But less than 2 means I draw there's an open circle. Then we're told the price increases in $5 steps. So that means I'm going to repeat this graph now for the next 5 kilos and so on. So a solid circle and open circle, solid circle and open circle. And there is our piecewise functions, and you can see how it's rising in these steps. So now we want to do a comparison. So we're comparing with the Snapper's Fish Shop. So in this shop, the cost of snapper is $10 per kilo. And so we can see there the red line is the snappers, and the green one is our oceans. Okay, so they want us to compare the prices. So let's think about if a snapper weighed 1 kilo, which shop would give me the cheapest, which would the cost be the lowest? And we can see at 1 kilo, the lowest one would be for the Snapper's shop. You can see that cost is lower at $10. What about if it was weight was 2 kilos? So at a weight of 2 kilos, we can see there the red line is still lower because the open green circle shows it's not including that point. So up to 2 kilos, the oceans is still the cheapest. Now, at some point, there is a point right here. At that point there, which one is cheaper changes. So we can see at that point, we go from the snappers being the cheaper shop, switching to oceans being the cheaper shop. Okay, because we can see that this line here is below, that's going to be cheaper. And from then onwards, oceans is always cheaper. So that's the first comparison I want to note. So I'm going to say snappers is cheaper for snapper up to about 2.5 kilo approximately. Then oceans is cheaper for snapper more than 2.5 kg. And there's our comparison.